Hi there, I'm Richard Spears and welcome to Burning Spears. Today, do something simple and delicious to work on my hangover. I'm going to be doing pork ribs, St. Louis style ribs, spare ribs, whatever you want to call them. I'm going to be doing them on the braai, nice and easy, low and slow, with an American barbecue twist to them. Okay, so I'm going to mix and match it up today with some different flavors. I went to a Alfregoni course the other day, and it was at Pro Smoke, which is a large barbecue shop, and I was able to get some favorites. So looking forward to putting them to good use. Now these ribs are from Costco. Pretty good price on them. So because I'm not smoking them or anything like that, and they're very thin, not much meat on there at all, I'm going to be leaving the membrane on. Membrane there to protect the meat as much as possible, which is also a function of the bone. So they're going to do most of their cooking time on this side. So that protection will keep what surprisingly little meat that there is on these ribs, keep that as moist as possible and protect it from too much heat for a good outcome. So I'm going to spice two with Alfregoni salmuera, so Argentinian seasoning, and then Chud's Barbecue's snake bite, nice spicy one, got a nice little hit. And then we'll go through the cooking process as I do it. Right, so I'm going to let these sit for probably about half an hour while the fire gets ready. Let the seasoning draw some moisture out, and then let it go back in and flavor the meat somewhat. So as you saw, no seasoning on the membrane. There's not much point really. Seasoning on the top side, and then I'll run through the cooking technique on the fire itself. Right, so the plan is to do it low and slow. So I'm going to pull some coals on this side with a very low heat to let them sit and not have too much attention. This will preserve some moisture and give a softer bite on the rib itself. You can literally see the smattering of coals that I have here. So I'll give it 5 minutes to cool down. Still too hot. Okay, I'm happy with that heat. Scrunch them up. Put the thin ones here first. Okay, it's been a little under half an hour. Let's have a little wee looky. So that's cooking quite warm, being close to the fire, and you can see that it has, the juices come to the top and it's a little bit warm to the touch. So normally I would flip that, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to swap positions. Okay, I'm happy with the heat, settled down nicely. Getting a little bit cold, but we'll keep it going for a bit longer at this temperature. Ordinarily, with such thin ribs, I'd be wanting to sit at like 10 or 12 seconds, and I'm there. Generally, with a decent meaty rib, you would want to have 8 seconds max, 6 to 8 seconds, I'd say. according to experts like Alfregoni. So I'm happy with that. It's all very relaxed. This one's calmed down now, the hot one, and it's not so hot here anymore. So, bit of patience. Okay, so I think we're about 1 hour in, and they're all warm to the touch. Up top, moisture's come up, but we've lost quite a bit of heat now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the heat ready and flip them, and we'll get the other side done. Okay, now you can see how this membrane has protected the ribs. You can see the moisture and fat underneath. It's exactly what you wanted. It hasn't really left. Okay, so it's been half an hour. Still a little bit stiff. That one's a bit more floppy. A bit more floppy. Looking pretty good. So because this one is a little bit stiff, what I want to do is give him a little bit more time. Look at that, that's what you're looking for. And I'll target it. I'm going to give them another 10 minutes. Get a bit more heat on this one. And then we should be good to start the final saucing session. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some heat going on this side to do the final stage. You see how that membrane's protected all that juice. Now we're going to tack off the barbecue sauce. Such a gorgeous color, this hot honey. It's orange from that habanero heat. And this is going to definitely blast my socks off. Okay, so one little disclaimer. These are not barbecue ribs. They are cooked on live fire. They are not fall off the bone ribs. That you would generally wrap them, sauce them up and all of that, and take them considerably to higher temperatures than what I've done here. But I prefer honest ribs. If any of you have seen my cherry cola ribs video, which is a corker by the way, you'll see that I don't add a lot of the typical American butter and honey and stuff to the ribs, because I want to taste the meat. That's what it's there for, with a little bit of nuances, flavor, but the meat must still be there. Otherwise, what's the point of eating it per se? And I do like the texture of a little bit of bite to them. Having them pull off the bone, yes, it's great, it's tender and all that sort of thing, but it's I'd like to say soulless, but I'll probably get absolutely crucified for that. So let's just say it's definitely not for me, and I like a little bit of edge and attitude, because you are eating meat after all. So what I've done here is I've put the snake bite on 2 ribs, and I've put some wera on that. You can use your own seasoning. Generally, I make my own general purpose seasoning or rub, and your own choice of barbecue sauce. That's really irrelevant in this. You don't have to. I'm not saying this is the best combination or anything like that, but it's what I had on hand. The one thing that I have, which is interesting to me, and something that I haven't used before, but it's quite common, is hot honey. Now, this particular hot honey is loaded full of habanero. It's extremely spicy, so that fits my flavor profile really well. And I'm basically going to drizzle it, as you'll see, on the 1 rib. Then I'm going to leave the 1 rib naked au natural with the salmuera. It's got all the bitey bits of garlic, roasted garlic on there from the rub. And I just touch it up with a little bit more visually to give that look that I'm going for. So I'm hoping that despite the thin rib that I've been given here, I'm hoping that it's still juicy. You're not going to see juice running if I squeeze it and all that sort of thing, but it hopefully will taste good and be tender enough. And that's what I want. Smelling awesome. So let me get to dressing them up for tasting. Still a little bit of juice in there. Fortunately, this cook has taken just shy of 2 hours. So I've managed to suck a few of those back and regain some composure and some personality. I think so anyway. You might disagree. But yeah, so feeling a lot better. Hangovers now handled. Hair of the dog and all. So I'm going to leave just do a little taste now. I'll leave the hot honey ones to last because I don't want my taste buds to be obliterated completely before I even get there. So I'm going to go in for the naked rib, which gorgeous spicing on there. There is some juice in there, and this membrane, everyone freaks out about membrane, but it's edible. If you take it a bit further than what I did, it's actually quite delicious. Should be a bit charred. You can see the meat bites clean off the bone, but yet there's attitude to it. That is a good rib. Nothing fancy apart from the meat, the salt, the roasted garlic, the little rosemary hit from the rub, but you really get the meat. And that's the way I prefer it. All to their own, right? We're lucky to be able to choose what we like on this planet. Then I'm going for it'll be slightly spicy from the snake bite. And then of course it's got barbecue sauce, so it should be sweet and tangy. That's a very good combination. That's actually very, very good as well. Very, very nice. That sweetness that comes in, bit of heat. Delicious. And again, the meat tastes, the rib. Right, now we go for hot honey. He's just gorgeous. The fat's just coming out there from the membrane, keeping all that juice in. The warmth, the sweetness, the lips are beginning to burn. And again, clean off the bone. So, if you want an honest rib, try this. You've got to be patient, you've got to control your heat, but especially a really good result with the thin ribs that I was issued. Thank you, Costco. But I hope you saw the merits of doing it this way. And if you're not completely shuttered to the view that it must be completely fall off the bone, then give this a try. Absolutely delicious. Like I say, use your own choice of seasonings and barbecue sauces. You could go really simple. You could just make your own seasoning. You could just use salt and pepper for your seasoning, and then make a honey butter with something either in it as the barbecue sauce, something, maybe a little bit of lemon juice or vinegar to give it a little bit of tang, something like that. But I'm happy with that, and I hope you enjoyed the video, and hope to see you again soon. Thank you, and that's it.